Good afternoon and welcome back to Marino Custom Works. Today we're finally getting to the next step in the stone wall building series. In the first video, we built the stone foundation, installed a water faucet, and prepared the water meter box for the camera municipal to come out and complete their connection. Here we'll do some more prep work before the connection is made, and afterward finish the wall around the box. Okay, I'm still waiting for the water guy to show up. So anyway, I have my pipe ready to go here, and he's supposed to make his connection on this side and put the meter in the box. I'm going to work on some other stuff while I'm waiting. So you can see the shape of the box is kind of like an old TV, how it's smaller in the back and larger in the front. So I want to protect the box from being pushed out by the ground, or I'm going to fill this in with gravel. So I want to protect the box from being just pushed out, nudged out, because it's got that shape to it and the natural force is to go that way. So what I'm going to do is drill 3 holes here and put rebar up and a couple across and make like a grid, so a solid piece of concrete behind it to kind of stop it from going forward. And that'll be braced by the concrete and stone that I put on the sides around the pipe when that gets installed. Right now I'm just kind of setting it up because I don't have much else to do while I wait. I'm going to go ahead and drill these holes. I have this masonry stone drill bit, and then this is the rebar here. One piece I cut. I don't have electricity at the house yet, so I used a hacksaw. Didn't take too long in case anybody's got to do that. It can be done. Usually I use a grinder, but this time it's a hacksaw. So I'll get to work and get this done. I'm trying to get these flush with the top, or it doesn't have to be perfect, but some are flush here. This one's exactly 11 inches. I don't know what centimeters that is. I'm using my US system here. So that is 11, and that one's pretty close to being 11 too. I'm gonna go with 11 on that. And this one's a bit shorter, so I'm gonna cut this one at exactly 12. I'm going to go ahead and set these up, but then come back later and brush this coating on it, which is an anti-rust coating. So here's a look at the rebar with an anti-rust coating, which you can easily find at most hardware stores. This coating is typically used on rusty rebar that has expanded and caused cracks in the concrete beam or slab. However, it can also be applied as a preventative measure to stop that damage from happening in the first place. Woohoo! I installed the meter. That's awesome. So grateful for this. I got it through the box. Everything looks good. City pipe coming in. Turn off valve. Meter. Going to my pipe. Perfect fit all the way through. Beautiful. Here I've done a dry fit of rocks around the pipe that also fit the curvature of the wall. I'll do the same on the other side so that I have vertical support for the volcanic stone piece that will go across the top. Since I'm working with the door removed, I placed 3 cut pieces of bamboo as temporary joists to support the top wall until the mortar dries. Even if the door were left in place during the process, it would sag under the added pressure, making it difficult to open and close afterward. I've gone ahead and started to create a makeshift form for the concrete pour behind the box and around the left side. It is only about 4 inches or 10 centimeters in depth, so I don't need anything too serious. It is also around natural stone, therefore a traditional wooden brace form will not easily fit. I've also painted the outside rim and door that is left off. This is not only aesthetically pleasing, but it will help the fiber door composite withstand rainstorms and strong UV lights. Without it, the boxes tend to get weathered and stained with red mold over time. The concrete pour is complete and setting up to dry. Wow, just look at this artwork with the form, the bamboo, and there's some duct tape back there too. Anyway, it's all you need for something like this. A couple of tips on the mortar pour. I used the trowel to vigorously push the mortar down in and around the rebar in the back. For it to come out solid, there cannot be any gaps or bubbles in the pour. So I used duct tape around the form to keep the cement from escaping the various contours back there. You'll see everything as I pull it off later. I'm expecting rain, so I have my tarp ready with stones to hold it down while the mortar dries. Alright, removing the form is always exciting to see how everything took shape. I waited 2 days so that the cement had enough time to cure. Given the challenges to get this done, I couldn't be more pleased with the results. There are no major bubbles in the surface. If there were any large gaps, or if this was an outward facing wall, you would just render with a final coat, or as they say here in Portugal, massa. I also removed the tape covering the holes around the pipe coming into the box. I went ahead and placed the volcanic stone across the top to serve as a lintel. I had to wedge a few smaller stones around the lintel to get it in place, and I was careful to make sure the points of pressure were over the vertical support and not the box itself. I set the lintel in a bed of mortar, then packed it in on all sides. Then I finished the wall on the right side with a few more large stones that had a bit of a curve to them. The local mail carrier gave me permission to use this Tupperware bin until I installed the new mailbox. Not bad, it's waterproof and has about 50 pounds of stone inside, so it's not going anywhere. If you missed the first stone wall building video, which shows more of the stone setting and finishing, click here. Thanks for watching, and again, don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, and hit subscribe to catch all our new videos. Check back in the next few weeks to see the final stone wall building video where we install a custom built and hand painted mailbox. Stay tuned for that update.